It is set in stone. There's no turning back. This is where America comes to talk, the Ed Schultz Show. Good to have you with us, folks. Here we go on a Tuesday, still in the frozen tundra. What is this? Let's see here. Rick sends me an email saying, I heard yesterday that you're returning to the full 3 hours to XM, and I couldn't be happier. In fact, I went out yesterday and purchased a second XM radio for the other car unit. Well, thank you, Rick. I appreciate that very much. Absolutely. Access coast to coast. Many different ways of getting the Ed Schultz Show. You know our web address, wegoted.com. All of our interview, we've thrown up some video clips every now and then so you can see if the treadmill's working or not, to give the rest of you some hope. And to show off the comeback, which is failing miserably, but life goes on. I guess I got to read the rest of this email, don't I? With that said, I'm listening to the Sam Seder Show on XM, and he's telling his listeners to call XM and complain that you are going to be filling the noon to 3 p.m. slot. So there's an Air America host out there that is encouraging XM or his listeners to call XM and complain that Ed's going on to XM. Gosh, they're such team players over there at Air America, aren't they? They're just wonderful people. You know what? I think all of you loyal listeners to the Ed Schultz Show and who listen to Stephanie Miller and Bill Press, I think you ought to call XM and tell them to get that Air America crap off the air and put on some better programs like the Stephanie Miller Show and the Bill Press Show. I mean, let's just choose up sides and have at it. And keep in mind that Sam Seder's working for a company that lost $40 million and has been in front of judges all along because they've been stiffing people because they can't pay their bills. You know, so I just thought I'd throw that out. You know, I am getting so sick and tired. I just want to spit on the floor at this whole situation. Let me remind you one more time. This show is independently owned, which I have a piece of. I've never been in front of a judge because I haven't paid my bills. And if I have to work for nothing to make the show work, I will do that. This show was first to market in January of '04. Air America came along 3 months later, and they have never had their act together since. Now, I know a lot of you out there love their programs too, and you love Stephanie, and you love Bill Press, and you love Ed Schultz. But if they want war, I'm going to give them one. I am sick and tired of this garbage. This pitting one group against another group. I'm doing a radio show. I have 1-877-934-6833. All of our emails are listed on our webpage. Our phone numbers are listed on our webpage. We answer emails. We are the most openly accessible talk show in the industry. We were told when we started, you have to screen calls or you won't make it. Well, they're wrong. By Radio and Records, I'm up for the Syndicated Personality of the Year. In there with heavyweights like Rush and Slanthead and Dr. Laura and Imus. Heck, man, those are some big long-time... Oh, let's not forget Paul Harvey. Some pretty heavy people have won that award. You know, I'm proud just to be in the league. But I'm going to defend our company. And if this is the new green owner, or this guy, this real estate magnate from New York City, come try to take my talent. Come try to take our show. Come try to take our heart and our passion. And where the hell were you 3 years ago when everybody said that this wasn't going to work? You know, I think it's ironic that we're doing it from North Dakota, because it is. It is Lewis and Clark stuff. And I think, you know, it's easy to... you know, get down and do some mud wrestling. It's easy to get down there and get after it and, you know, slime and everything else. And I think the Ed Schultz Show and Team Fargo, we have taken the high road time and time again. While while Mike Malloy and Randy Rhodes and Al now, and you know, they're chipping away at us, fine, have at it. Now they're openly campaigning on the air to call XM to put their program on instead of us. That would be like me calling all of the listeners in Los Angeles, why don't you call KTLK and tell them to get rid of that other guy and put the Ed program on live? You know, I mean, what does this come to? I just want all of you listeners to know out there that we're going to be around for a long time, whether we're on this station or that station, or if we're on this network or that network or whatever. And the only campaigning that I want to do is with an Arbitron rating book. And the only campaigning that I want to do is for advertisers who are going to make this radio show help make it what it is today. And how we are now in month number 37 of operation. And we've gone through the highs and lows. But I'm going to defend our company. I'm going to defend our show. And I'm going to point out to the listeners, all of you out there who think that Air America is so pure and so wonderful and so nice people, they're rotten business people. You know, and I admit I'm getting down in the slough with them here. I admit it. But, you know, I got red hair. You know, we're different. We're a minority. Nobody cares about us anymore. Nobody's ever caring about people with red hair, whether it's short, long, crew cut, fat, skinny, whatever. We get discriminated against all the time, and nobody does anything about it. And I've had it with that. But I'm going to keep it. And actually, I like it. And that's just where we're at on that. And I don't know if any of their hosts are being put up to this, or whether this is just someone taking it upon themselves.